Hello, I'm Donna and I'm a. Sorry. Hello, I'm Donna Hume. I'm a campaigner in the political unit at Friends of the Earth, and this is the. What is. Hello, my name's Donna. I'm a campaigner in the political unit at Friends of the Earth, and this is my first video blog. They're going to be monthly, and this month I want to talk to you guys about a speech that Nick Clegg, the Deputy Prime Minister, gave last week on green issues, and also an email that he sent me, and I presume as well thousands, if not millions, of other people shortly after his speech. Now I'm going to just show you this email now. Here it is. So, dear Donna, kind of from Nick Clegg, why are you green? Now, this is an interesting question, I think, for the Deputy Prime Minister to be asking. I'm interested in it. I'm interested in why people are green. What is it that makes them care about the environment? Whereas kind of lots of other people don't think about it so much. But I do also wonder whether actually a more important question for Nick Clegg to be asking is not just why are we green, or why is he green, or why are the Liberal Democrats green, but what is it that they're going to do about it. Now, Nick Clegg's speech, there was very little in there for me to disagree with. You know, he talked about the urgency of climate change, and certainly it is one of the most urgent threats that we face. He talked about the opportunities for Britain if we choose to really make a priority of tackling it. You know, whether it's the potential for thousands of jobs in offshore wind, if we were to kind of build lots of wind turbines out in the sea, take advantage of some of those waves and all of that wind that frequently batters us to make our energy, or whether you know about the carbon emissions and money that can be saved if people insulate their homes, bringing down their energy bills and helping the climate as well. So I agreed with all of that, but what I thought was troubling really about the speech was that it wasn't so much in there, and not really anything new at all about what it was that he, Nick Clegg, was going to do about it. And you know, he likes to talk about why the Liberal Democrats are very green, but of course actions speak louder than words. And this is, to be honest, a little bit of a sore point for us here at Friends of the Earth, because we've just had, which some of you may have seen, a big vote for clean power in the House of Lords the other week. This is a campaign that we've been running for a couple of years now to get a target for clean power put in legislation so that we can move from a kind of fossil fuel based polluting energy system to one that's largely based on green energy. And we were really hopeful that we could win that vote. Especially because, as well as the Labour Party supporting it, the Liberal Democrats had passed policy at their party conference in support of this clean power target as well. But when it came to it, we lost by just 7 votes. And there was a kind of a few, like 300 or something on either side, roughly. Yeah, sorry, someone's just ringing me there. It was Andy Atkins. That's our director, I'll have to get back to him. But anyway, so so we'd lost this by just 7 votes, and what happened was, this is particularly upsetting, I think, for us, because 63 Lib Dems in the House of Lords voted against a clean power target, despite it being their own policy, and just one Liberal Democrat, Lord Leicester, deserves to be named for doing a good thing, voted in favour of it, which means, of course, that we currently don't have that yet in legislation, although the issue is going to be come back to and thought about again after the next election, which is, at least something. So yeah, I personally think that moving to a clean energy system is one of the most important things that we can do to tackle climate change and to make a much greener society. But I want to know from you guys as well, what is it that you think is the most important thing for government to be doing to really tackle climate change and protect our natural environment? And if you had the opportunity to say to Nick Clegg, not just why are you green, but what you think is the most important thing that Nick Clegg or the government or the Lib Dems should be doing about it, what would that be? I look forward to your answers. Now, next month, I'm going to talk about one of 2 things, and I would like your advice on which thing you'd be most interested to hear me talk about, because it's very, very busy at the moment. There's so many different campaigns going on, and 2 of the, I think, most important issues at the moment are one, on the lobbying bill. Now, I think that the lobbying bill, for those who don't know about it, it's supposedly to crack down on lobbying, but actually leaves corporate lobbying pretty much untouched, but is threatening to gag charities and campaigning organisations and to stop them from being able to campaign for the whole year before the general election, which is a massive worry. Now, the good thing that happened this month is that we managed to, there's been a massive coalition put together to campaign against this gagging law, this proposed gagging law. All sorts of organisations from the right and from the left, and they've all kind of come together and managed to convince government that they need to actually stop and pause this bill and think about what they're doing. So government have said that they're going to have a 6-week pause in the lobbying bill, where they're going to consult and ask people what they think. I mean, usually you're supposed to do that before you kind of come forward with legislation rather than in the middle of it, but at least they're pausing now, so that is a good sign, I think, for this month. And every month in the video blog, I want to try and do a good thing that's happened this month and a bad thing, because I know that things aren't going brilliantly all the time at the moment, and I think it's important to keep things balanced and positive. So that's the good thing. We've got 5 weeks to make a big difference there. And the bad thing for me this month is a bit of a toss-up between everyone's energy bill going up, which, as well as being, annoying for me personally, actually is a very serious issue, because thousands of people are going to really struggle to heat their homes this winter and will be choosing between heating and eating. And the fact that David Cameron is trying to use this issue, or trying to as an excuse to have a go at the environment, and is trying to, rather than standing up to the energy companies and the massive profits that they're making, or the fact that they are keeping us hooked on fossil fuels, has instead said that he's going to launch a green levies review, and is trying to make out that it's green or environmental and social policies that are supported that are the main reason why everyone's bills are going up, which is of course largely nonsense. So let me know next month which of those two different topics you would like me to talk about, and I look forward to hearing from you on that as well. And in the meantime, thanks very much for listening.